Just got back from the emergency room because I was dehydrated from vomiting and having diarrhea. It was awful. It was so bad. You just wonder, how can I make this stop? Anything I put in my body, I was vomiting up. I was throwing up. Like sips of water. I would throw it up and I would dry heave because there wasn't much, and I would just throw up stomach acid. It was terrible. Thought about God and his character. It's never changing. I thought about the fact that the Lord is merciful. The Lord is merciful. One of the times I was throwing up, that came to mind, almost like an epiphany kind of feeling. Like it was like a truth it was ringing in my mind and I couldn't ignore its sound. The Lord is merciful. And then I threw up, and then I threw up again, and then the other thought came. God, you are just. You are a just God. And that rang as a truth as well that I could not ignore. And then I washed my mouth out, tried to go back to bed, and then I just moaning with pain in my belly and tossing, and just it was so just miserable. Then I thought I need to get up to throw up again. And it was like a still small voice that was saying, my wrath is much worse than this. And that reality is like anchoring in a way. It's a reality. Like it's truth. It's not real. It's not fake. It's real. It's true. It's a reality. That's the way it is. God's wrath is worse than the impending doom and just miserable nausea, discomfort of vomiting. And God's wrath is just. And those who reject Christ, Jesus the Lord, the King, those who reject him as Lord, they will be punished with God's wrath. And the punishment will have no relief or ending. There'll be no emergency room that you can go to get an IV and fluid, to have medicine, or an IV bag to have hydration go to your body and hydrate you, in the medicine to ease the pain and the vomiting and diarrhea and like all that, and nausea. There will be no mercy. There will be justice. True justice. For those who reject Christ as the Lord, not just God, but that He's actually to be the Lord and Master and King over their life. When people reject the King and His rightful position in your life, like that is the worst thing that you could do, because the consequences are unending, everlasting pain, impending doom, vomiting, like just this horribleness. But even vomiting can bring some relief as the body is trying to get the sickness or the virus or the yucky out of your gut. Vomiting does that, and diarrhea does the same. But then those bring relief, but there will be no relief. There will be no mercy. There'll be justice. God is just. And His wrath is much worse than the discomfort, pain, and misery of vomiting and having sickness. Is much worse, because He is just. He will not let injustice go unpunished. Just had that thought, and thought it was helpful to see just how amazing Jesus is, how much better He is. Nothing compares with Him, and without Him, you have nothing. You have destruction and death, no mercy, grace, forgiveness. It's amazing. Turn to Jesus, go unto Him, and ask Him by praying for Him to reveal Himself to you. If you seek Him sincerely and like you're not just saying words, like you actually mean it. He knows your heart. He sees, and He promises that those who seek Him, those who seek after Him, they will find Him. And those who knock at the door will be open. So seek Jesus. And those who ask of Him, all that they ask will be given. He is the Lord. He is the King. Everything belongs to Him. He is very rich. And you can know Him truly. Please don't run away from Jesus. Run to Him. be amazed at His grace, His willingness to forgive. Not just forgive, but to heal you, cleanse you, and make you new. Gives you a new heart, even new desires that are good for you, that are good for others, and that honor Him, the King. Seek out Jesus and do not turn away from Him. He says that those who are ashamed of Him, He will be ashamed of them before His Father, who is just and judges rightly. Jesus is willing, standing ready to forgive you. And heal you.